Hey, Erica.
Hi. I don't like the manly fighting. I'm gonna have to just, dip out like gracefully, honestly.
Two people that I feel like that I'm gonna give the chains to were leaders in the house.
What? I actually got the first chain in this bitch. In real life. What are you talking about? And if nobody understand that, I deserve the first chain in this bitch.
Baddies Gone Wild, episode 11, titled Cha-Chain. So the episode starts off with Cupcake versus Janelle's, right where we left off, right in the middle of it. These two basically were peer pressured into fighting each other. They did not want to fight each other. They said about 10 times in the last episode, we don't want to fight, we don't want to fight, we don't want to fight. But the girls, and like very specifically, Daisy and Hurricane M literally are forcing these two to fight. So after about 10 times of saying no, they finally just got up and they squared up and they started fighting. Cupcake immediately puts her head down and she starts swinging. Janelle's just got that perfect vantage point. She's just literally hitting Cupcake on the top of her head. You hear people in the background saying, keep your head up, Cupcake, keep your head up, Cupcake, keep your head up. She probably don't want to get hit in the face. But yeah, they backed up all the way into the wall. Security came and broke that up. I'm gonna give that fight to Janelle's because she landed more hits. So yeah, that gets broken up. And then Janelle's kind of goes off right after this. She was talking to Daisy. I'm kind of annoyed, like, I didn't want to fight unnecessarily. And basically, like, I hate the way these girls talk because I can never understand them. Like, yeah, so she was like, I'm not the only one saying that I don't want to fight unnecessarily. So, like, I don't like when you're attacking me or saying, oh, I'm you. Like, Hurricane M stepped in and she was like, she just wants you to stand up for yourself, that's it. Like, I was like, no, she doesn't. She's being messy and she wants people to fight. But low-key, I was hoping Janelle's would do even more. I was hoping Janelle's would really start checking Daisy because nobody has up until this point. Like, this lady, I'm gonna give it to her. She says she's like the godfather of the house. She is, because nobody's stepping up to her. Nobody has checked her. Nobody, like, they all just listen to everything that she says. Even these two girls got manipulated by her into fighting. Like, if y'all was smart, Cupcake and Janelle's, you guys would get together and turn around on Daisy. She's the one that made y'all fight in the first place. Hurricane M also is just having way too much to say during this scene. Like, no, y'all had to fight. Y'all got into it yesterday, so you had to square up. You had to do your ones. We all got to run our ones. There's no exception for you. You got to do it too. It's like, no, Hurricane M, that's not how it works. If they want to be more mature and they want to talk it out because they realize that, we're just too drunk last night and it wasn't that serious from the very beginning, then they could talk it out. Like, that's how it goes. You don't have to fight out every single battle. Even on Baddies, they don't fight every single time. Like, sometimes they do just talk it out and squash it out. Fighting for no reason is just stupid. It doesn't even make good TV, so don't even get bruised for stupidity. If you're gonna get bruised, make it a good reason too, Titi stands up out of nowhere. She goes up to Baddie and she's like, Baddie, make them come downstairs, referring to Jaden and Oxy Pearl. And Bahati's like, no, Jaden just wants to end it. She doesn't want to keep on fighting. And Titi's like, oh, I bet after those 2 rounds, why, Titi, do you want to still keep fighting Jaden? What is wrong with you? The same way it was getting old when Hurricane M kept picking on Jaden over and over. Like, you're doing the same thing and it's getting old. Like, girl, find a new storyline, because just picking on Jaden is not it. Like, you expose yourself in the last episode. Clearly, that's what you do. You go after the girls that you think are scary or the girls that you know you can beat. That's what you were telling Cupcake to do. That's what you do. So pretty much that house meeting is over. And I just thought this part was so weird because, like, Daisy grabbed Bahati's hand like this, like, and made her stand up. And I was just like, are y'all friends now? I don't know. Bahati, did you forgive her after what she did to you? I think that's crazy. I never wanted Bahati to keep fighting Daisy, but the fact that they are smiling and laughing and touching each other like this, it just bothers me a little bit. I just would not be forgiving somebody that did that to me, but that's up to Bahati. That's her choice. But yeah, anyways, the house meeting is over. Religy is gonna talk about, I thought the house meeting was boring because I didn't get to fight. It's like, girl, you don't want to fight because you get your whooped every single time. So just be thankful that you didn't fight, okay? Like, stop acting like you just a fighter and you love fighting. It never goes in your favor. Okay, so the scene switches. We get the pretty girls. We have Oxy Pearl and Jaden in their master bedroom. They're talking to each other. Oxy Pearl is limping around. The poor girl had glass stuck in her feet and was forced to fight in the last episode. But yeah, Oxy Pearl is like, I still gotta fight Daisy again. And Jaden's gonna say, I like Daisy though. I said, Jaden, girl, what? How do you like like Daisy. And she says it's because Daisy sticks up for her. Jaden is so brainwashed. She thinks that Daisy is actually for real sticking up for her. Daisy is literally best friends with Titi, the girl that keeps fighting you over and over. You think Daisy's telling Titi, don't fight Jaden, that's wrong. No, she's not saying that. Like, Daisy is the whole reason why the majority of these fights happen in the first place, girl. That threw me off guard. I can't believe that Jaden says I like her. No, you don't like her. Look what she's doing to Oxy Pearl. Girl, if Oxy Pearl is your friend, Oxy Pearl is mad too because she was like, they keep calling me weak, and how am I weak when I haven't lost nothing yet? I think like it's the opposite. I think they know you're strong, and that's why they're doing that, because like Oxy Pearl is probably one of the best fighters in that whole house. Probably her and Daisy are like the top fighters, to be honest. Okay, so the scene shifts. We got the mean girls. We got Rella G, Hurricane M, Gloss Up, and Jenelise, and they're talking about the house meeting that just happened. Jenelise is just kind of venting about the whole thing once again. She's like, I just didn't really want to fight unnecessarily, but y'all kept telling me that she was saying blah blah blah. And Hurricane M was in her confessional saying like, you were talking shit about her, and guess who told her? I did, like proudly saying that. Okay, you instigated the fight, good job. Like, Hurricane M is just so negative. I tried to give her a chance in the beginning. I really said, this girl is so negative. Even on social media, if you watch like her Instagram live, she will never respond to a positive comment. She only focuses on the negative comments. Like, I'm just like, this is literally her. Like, she is not faking. This is her. Like, I think she's even more negative than Daisy. No lie. At least Daisy like smiles and jokes from time to time. Like, she's just like a miserable negative Nancy, literally. This type of stuff like fills her soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, she gets so happy when people fight, when people argue. Janelle's is literally on the sideline like, oh, I kind of regret beating her up and I don't want to fight unnecessarily. And Hurricane M is like literally the opposite. Like, no, you needed to fight and she deserved it. Okay, so the scene cuts. We got Cupcake, Baddie, and Daisy. Cupcake is being super emotional and she's opening up. She's basically saying like she never wanted to fight when she came on this show. The reason why she didn't want to fight is because she went through some prior abuse, and fighting just kind of like reminds her of that abuse. And my whole thing is like, why did you come on this show then? You knew what this show was. Like, you came to the auditions literally and you fought. So you knew that if you got onto the show, you would have to fight. Like, if you really struggle with trauma and you have, these things that happen in the past that affect you to the point where it's gonna make you cry and shit, do you think coming on the show was the best choice for you? I don't want to sound insensitive, but at the same time, I'm like, you need to take accountability. You put yourself in this position. Nobody put you here. Nobody dragged you here. You wanted to be here. So now you're complaining because you have to fight when you knew you would have to fight from the very beginning. Nobody forced you to be here. And she's talking about like how she was abused and she went from juvenile home to juvenile home and, passed it from different people. And all that is very sad. I'm sure that a lot of those girls probably have similar stories too, and they're not wallowing in it. You know what I mean? There's two ways to go about like bad shit that happened to you. You can either let it affect you for the rest of your life, or you can make yourself stronger from it. And that's what I think like Cupcake needs to do. Now she's an adult, she's grown, she has her own life. You can make your own choices now. So you gotta make a better life for yourself. Like, that's it. Baddie was like trying to help her out and tell her that. And Cupcake is 29 years old, isn't she? I feel like she's a little bit too old to be still living in the past. It is time that we move forward with our lives. Everybody has had shit happen to them in the past. Everybody, like some worse than others. Unfortunately, that's just, how it goes. Life is just not fair sometimes, but we cannot wallow in it. That's my point. We have to move on. Okay, this next scene was actually pretty funny. Y'all, we see Coco laying in her bed. I'm like, why are they showing us Coco right now? You see a bat just come out of nowhere. This like baby bat comes flies into her room. The way this girl got up and screamed and ran down the hallway, I'm not gonna lie, I laughed so hard. It was kind of her karma too. Like, I wish that bat would have swooped a little bit lower. She was yelling, called all the girls. Baddie's like, I'm gonna go in there, I'm gonna get it. Baddie got a blanket in her hand trying to be tough and brave. Tries to throw that blanket on the bat. Boy, it came around the blanket like, what's up? Baddie fell to the ground. Baddie fell boom on her ass. Like, oh my God. That was so funny. The bat, literally 2 for 2 right now. They finally got the bat out. Cupcake closed the window. These little moments I think are really funny. And these little moments like they had on Bad Girls Club, that's what would make Bad Girls Club kind of good, because to balance some of the drama, you need a little bit of comedy in there too. Okay, so Shay finally comes back from the hospital. Her whole arm is wrapped up. I said, damn, poor girl has a fracture. She might need surgery. Like, it's not looking too good for her. In that whole street scene fight, when everybody was like jumping everybody, you could literally see Shay was swinging so hard. She popped Daisy in the head so hard one time. Like, she was literally popping so many people in the head. So I'm pretty sure like that her hand is effed up. But I'm kind of happy that she came now and she missed the whole house meeting thing, because you know these girls, how evil and vindictive they are. They really would have tried to make Shay fight with like a broken hand. So they're just talking about the house meeting. They're getting Shay caught up on what happened. They're like, you know, they literally dropped your name. They were asking about you. Shay's like, why are they asking about me? And they said, because they wanted you to fight. Jaden's gonna say, I hope that cast is hard. Like, because literally that's how crazy these girls are. They will expect you to fight with that cast on. Shay is like, they're not touching me. Oxy Pearl said something kind of weird. She said something kind of weird her. She said, I caught a fade for you. Gloss Up wanted to fight you, and I caught that for her. But if we go back to the last episode, Gloss Up said, I want to fight Shay and I want to fight Oxy Pearl. Didn't she? So why is Oxy Pearl making it seem like she fought for her? I don't know. I mean, it doesn't matter, but I just thought that was kind of weird. But yeah, I think Oxy Pearl's kind of pissed because she had to fight with glass in her feet. And I would be too, honestly. Like, I don't know, if I was Jaden, I don't know that I would just watch my friend get up and do that. Like, especially because they came to Jaden's face first. So I feel like Jaden should have just stood up knowing that her friend is injured. But you know, it is what it is anyways. Okay, Natalie Nunn comes to the house. Woo! She's gathering up all the girls. Apparently Natalie is about to go home, so she's gonna be giving out some Baddies chains right now. Okay, first of all, Ming Lee all of a sudden is back. I said, whoa, where have you been? We haven't seen her for a while. I guess Ming Lee said these girls are too crazy and she left. But that's not the exciting part. The exciting part is apparently Erica Raven is still here. I said, what? She's still here? I was convinced this girl had gone home. But yeah, Natalie's like, I'm about to go get her right now. I said, whoa, that's a nice surprise. Erica Raven looks so pretty, boy. The way she walked down those stairs, I said, that's a model right there. Literally model. Erica Raven is expressing herself quite well. She's telling Natalie, like, you know, I came on here for quite a different reason. We don't all have to be the same type of ratchet, gutter fighting baddie. Completely agree, 100%. I feel like in general, you just need to defend yourself. And I found it crazy too, because she literally said the manly fighting is like not for me. I like find it funny she used the word manly because so many of these girls are literally accused of being like men. And she said she was gonna leave. Natalie is like, oh my god, she's so shocked. And apparently she's on social media saying she's not going to the reunion either. So y'all, this might be the last time we see Erica Raven. It literally pans to the other girls and they're like, Erica, come here, we're not gonna jump you. Ha. I'm like, I don't know about that. I do not trust these girls not one bit. I totally, completely, 100% understand Erica Raven for wanting to leave. So Erica Raven was literally telling her, the producer said, no, we're not gonna make you fight, like, because you're too pretty, you're not that type of baddie, da da da. She was serving more of the looks, the model, the pretty girl, you know, the fun party girl type of baddie. And I think actually that is producer's fault, because don't lie to people and tell them that they're not gonna have to fight when you know you want them to fight, and you're gonna even instigate situations so that they can fight. It is not a safe environment. Y'all let things go a little bit too far when you should have intervened. You know, some of these fights should have been broken up a little bit faster. Girls shouldn't be fighting on the edge of rooftops. They shouldn't be jumping into glass in the streets of Brazil. Like, they shouldn't be getting 3 French braids ripped off the side of their head. Like, so I completely understand, and I respect her for being mature enough to realize, like, this is not the environment for me, and dipping out, especially because they told her one thing and it was something completely different. So yeah, but do I wish that she would have stayed until the end? Yes, I really do wish she would have stayed until the end. So yeah, Natalie fails to convince her to stay. So she literally grabs this girl's arm and forces her in the house. You could tell Erica Raven did not want to go in the house. She's like, I'm like, Natalie, damn girl, you gonna force her to confront the girls? But yeah, like she just like pulls her to the stairs and she's like announcing Erica is choosing to leave, guys. And I'm like, geez, Natalie, why? Why did you do this? Just let her go. Ooh, okay. And literally, see, this is why she didn't want to come back, because as soon as she was just peacefully trying to say goodbye, Rella G is like, F you scary. And like one by one, all the girls just start attacking her. Titi, Glossop has something to say. Even Coco has something to say. I was like, yeah, y'all ain't shit. Exactly. And they're literally mad because they're like, why did you come here and say goodbye? If you want to leave, just leave. I'm like, that's Natalie. She did want to leave. See, Natalie being messy. Exactly. This is what she was trying to avoid. You see how dumb these girls are? They would have jumped her for sure. For sure. Not even a question in my mind. Cupcake said, you knew what you're signing up for. You thought you were going to sit pretty, and it just don't work like that sometimes. I said, Cupcake, take your own advice. Weren't you just crying at the beginning of this episode talking about, I went through abuse. I didn't come here to fight. Like, huh? Pot calling the kettle black. Take your own advice, Cupcake. You are such a hypocrite. Even Oxy Pearl had something to say with Erica Raven, which I'm not gonna lie, hurt me a little bit, because I'm like, y'all stop. Y'all are both pretty girls. Oxy Pearl, just stop. You have no beef with her. Please apologize. Like, please apologize to the girl, because you really don't have a problem with her. Stop. Yeah, it was like the only people that said something positive was like Jaden, Baddie, and Janelle's. That's it. But yeah, anyway, she pretty much dips out, and they like calling her scary and all that. I don't think she's scary. How is she scary? She fought. Somebody scary is like LCK. You see how like LCK is on the show and she's scary? Like people hit her and she won't even hit back. The girl like freeze. How is Erica Raven scary? I don't get that. Just because she doesn't want to be in this toxic, negative, manly environment, that doesn't make her scary. Okay, so finally, Natalie is now going to hand out the Baddies Gone Wild chains. Cupcake is literally in her confessionals, like thinking that she's about to get one. I said, what did you do that makes you think that you're going to get one, Cupcake? Are you serious right now? Like, are you living in Delulu world? Ooh, okay, so there's 3 chains, but Natalie is going to give out 2 chains to leaders of the house, which that makes me think Daisy immediately. And then she said the 2 people are going to decide who the 3rd chain goes to. So I'm just like, okay, like as if these girls aren't biased. Let's see how this goes. I knew it. The 1st chain is going to Daisy Dukes. Yeah. Because when she said leader, I said, that's Daisy. Daisy is a big bad bully and I don't like her, but she ran the house, and the fact that nobody challenged her, it's like, okay, she probably deserved a chain, even though I really don't. She's unlikable in so many ways. Detestable, a liar, manipulative, a bully, really a bully, but nobody else challenged her. So, okay, I get it. But yeah, she puts a chain on her neck. It's very icy. It's very cute. Let's see who the 2nd person is, because don't play with me. Natalie, oh my gosh. She gonna talk about something. I'm gonna call 4 people to stand up here. Like, girl sound like Tyra Banks. Can I have you 4 step up? Oh my gosh, we're gonna really make this as dramatic as possible. I see. Gloss of all fucking people, gloss. Natalie, stop. Natalie, go home. Go home. You said you were here watching. You weren't watching nothing. Gloss, girl, you just picked Gloss because she's like a celebrity. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry. What? Okay, Baddie got next. Okay, finally one that actually like made sense. Hurricane M got called. I knew it. I knew she was gonna call Hurricane M because Hurricane M is on the Jets. Like, they're friends. And Titi, what I tell y'all? I told y'all it was gonna be mostly the mean girls, right? Gossip, Hurricane M, Titi, and Baddie. Where's Shay? Where's Oxy Pearl? Are y'all serious right now? Okay, so Natalie asked I'm laughing because Titi was crying right now, and then that made me laugh so hard. Natalie asked each of the 4 girls to tell us why you think you deserve to be here. No, I'm just kidding. She said, tell us why you think you deserve the change. It started with Hurricane M. She didn't really say too much. She was just like, because I've been popping my shit, doing my big one, going outside regardless of the fight. Boom. Okay, not original at all. Then it comes to Titi, and I said, ooh, Daisy, Titi is not a good friend. Titi was jealous at the fact that Daisy got her chain first. Titi said, listen, if we're going by what you said, Natalie, then I'm the one that should have have gotten a chain and I should have gotten it first. She starts crying. She's like, I'm the one that did everything. I got the master bedroom first. Nobody kicked me out of nothing. I did everything. Like, I fought. I stood on business. I've been doing everything. And the girl starts crying and she literally kept saying over and over, she should have got the chain first. But my whole thing is like, Titi, are we being honest about that? Let's go back to that episode when Daisy and Baddie came to the master bedroom to kick you guys out. I vaguely remember that Daisy went up to Titi's face to fight her over the bed, and Titi didn't want to fight. For the first time ever, Titi was the most passive, calm that I've ever seen. She was like, no, I don't want to fight. Come on. And like Daisy literally like forced her and just started like swinging on her and fought and like dragged her up and down the bedroom. Titi never got her lick back. She never fought Daisy again after that for what Daisy did. So I don't know that I would say that you stood on business for everything. Oh my gosh, she's still going. She's crying. She's saying, I lost no fade. I said, Daisy, did you forget Daisy whooped your ass in the bedroom? She whooped your ass. She dragged you up and down on the walls and on the floor and on the windows. Like, forgot about that one, huh? Okay, so Glossop speaks and she's just like, yeah, I feel like I deserve a chain because I've been wanting to go home every single day, but I've stayed. She's like, shit, like that deserves a chain by itself. At least she's a little bit more humble. She's like, win, lose, or draw, I fought, and you know, that's why I deserve a chain. It's like, okay, good. At least you admit it, because if you would have said some crazy shit like I won all my fights like TT, I would have been like, okay, stop. Y'all are delusional. So Baddie is like, I deserve the chain because I'm the first international baddie, period. Like, first of all. Second of all, like, I've literally been here. I've been fighting. I've been through war, like lost some of my hair. I had to shave my head bald. Like, literally, I've been standing on business, whether I win or lose. I've never backed down from nobody, you know, like 100% agree. 100% agree. And not only that, she hasn't been a bully, because that is not a baddie. I think that Baddie actually should have been the first person to get the chain, because the amount of times like people have tried to press her and she never backed away. And the only reason, let me say this, the only issue with Titi for me was that she was a bit of a bully. Like, you cannot say that you deserve a chain when your whole time you were just fighting Jaden over and over and over and over and over and over. It's the same reason why I don't think Hurricane M deserves it either. It's like picking on one person the whole time. How does that make you a baddie? Like, it just looks like, you know, you can beat this one person, so you keep picking on them over and over. Like, no. Like, that's why I feel like, where's Oxy Pearl? Where's Shay? Like, they have fought so many people. They stood up to so many people. Like, they weren't just picky and choosy on who they wanted to fight and beef with. You know what I mean? Anyways, yeah. The second chain is going to Baddie. I was gonna say, if you do not give it to Baddie, girl, everybody starts clapping. Titi looks so heartbroken. Damn, Titi is a hater. Oh my gosh. She's in her confessionals fuming at the fact that Baddie got a chain. First of all, Baddie came and hugged her. She didn't even hug her back. Then she's in her confessionals literally saying, this bald B got humiliated on TV. She don't deserve no chain. I was like, oh my God. And that's why you didn't get a chain, because that's not what makes you a baddie, girl. It's called defending yourself, standing on business, not backing down. It's not you have to win every single fight or win a fight with the same person over and over and over. So Baddie's literally saying like, thank you. And she even shouts out Titi. She's like, I know you're not happy, but like, you're a baddie. You've been doing your big one, like, you know. And I'm like, girl, you don't even know what she was saying in the confessionals about you. She does not deserve this kindness that you're showing her right now. Now he's like, Titi, step forward, because she's throwing a temper tantrum at this point. Titi has turned full-blown 3-year-old temper tantrum mode. She's like, no, it's not fair. No, mommy, how could you give her that? Like, full on, you know. She literally is like, no bitch that got humiliated. Like, oh my God. Natalie's like, Titi, it's okay, just stop. You are a fan favorite. I'm like, that's a damn lie. Literally, she is getting eaten in the comments. Like, the fans do not like Titi at all. Like, Natalie, why you lied to that girl like that? And at this point, Natalie wouldn't have known that anyways, because the show didn't come out yet. So okay, so Natalie all of a sudden turns to Shay and she's like, Shay, you've been like really quiet. Like, she kind of coming for her. Like, I know you were in the hospital, but like, why are you so quiet? Shay literally had to point out everything that the girl went through. She was like, Like, I've been suffering with allergies this whole time. Had to get hit with EpiPens. Like, you know, those life-saving pens. Had to go to the hospital. Like, and the whole time she's explaining these actual real life serious things. The girl's on the sideline. I think I heard Hurricane M's voice talking about she mad because she got a black eye. This is that black eye. I'm like, what the you guys are some hating ass. Like, you couldn't handle half of the shit that she had to go through, literally. Shay is like, I'm ready to go. Like, damn, I'm over it. And Natalie got mad at that. She was like, if you want to go, you can go right now. Erica Raven just went. Like, just go. Shay was like, man, I might as well just stay the extra day. So, okay, like this one day left only. Damn. I think this might only be 12 episodes then, because this is episode 11. Yeah, but yeah, no, Natalie doesn't like that. She don't like when girls try to go home early. Listen, I kind of understand from an EP point of view, because it's like, ooh, this is like a once in a lifetime opportunity. If you use it good, you could set yourself up possibly for life. Like, you really should be so grateful that you have this opportunity and make the most of it. But I feel like on the inside, it is just so much harder than that. And there are things that we don't understand because we're not on the inside. We don't understand what these girls have to truly go through, especially when it comes to like shit that's actually going to affect your life. Broken hand, her eyes even messed up a little bit. Like, these things, it's like to a certain point, it's just not worth it anymore. It's like, you can only take so much, Natalie. A person can only take so much. These girls had to go through more than the baddies had to go through. So like, cut them a little bit of slack if by the end of it the girl is over it. Like, she's been hanging the whole time. Like, leave her alone. Okay, so basically Natalie just says that like she's about to dip out, but tomorrow they're gonna do a fun little group activity. Then they're gonna have a final dinner. You know how these final dinners go. And then at the final dinner, Daisy and Baddie will ultimately decide who gets the third chain. So then they kind of like give a big group hug, and that's pretty much the end of this. But low-key, I'm like, I feel like they purposely chose Baddie and Daisy right now because they wanted a little bit of drama with that too. Daisy and Baddie went through the craziest fight of the house. So I feel like this was another layer of drama that they tried to do. Why is she running like that? Oh my gosh. Anyways, they're like, let's play this baddie shot game. The game that like Natalie came out with. Titi just like dips immediately, and the girl starts running like track runner, like running. I said, where is she going? It looks like she was running to fight somebody, but she just ran like in the house, in the living room, up the stairs, down the hall, all the way to her door, and shut that door real fast so the cameraman doesn't come in. And I'm watching it on 1.25 speed, so it looked even crazier. So Natalie goes up after Titi, try to give her some condolences, acting like she just suffered something that bad. Like, girl, it's still one more chain left. Calm down. This whole pity party is too much, and I hope they don't give her the chain just because they feel sorry for her. But yeah, so like Natalie just tells her like, listen, life is unfair. Like, you cannot expect anything in life, because if you do, you're gonna get super disappointed. That was some real life advice right there. So anyway, she leaves, and then you got Hiroли, Mingli, and Umbrella G's in the room trying to cheer Titi up, and Daisy with her Baddies Gone Wild chain is literally all up in this girl's face like, you know you're a baddie, girl, you know from the very beginning you've been popping it, you know. I said, Daisy, get out of her face with that chain before she snatches it off of your neck. Like, she just rubbing it all up in her face. You know that's why she's mad. But yeah, anyways, girl, stop. You acting like such a baby right now. Stop coddling this girl. Don't coddle bad behavior. Y'all, she was wrong. Don't say, oh, it's okay, baby. Yeah, you gotta be jealous of other people. It's okay, you know, because you're even better than that person. No. Okay, so that was pretty much it. And we got the previews for the next episode.